I used AI to create this long-form anime film, and seriously, the result is amazing. Take a look. Here is it. I received a lot of questions asking me to create a complete workflow for AI anime filmmaking. People wanted a pipeline they could reuse for every project instead of starting from scratch each time. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact pipeline I use to create AI anime videos and long-form videos from start to finish. We'll begin with idea generation, where we come up with the initial concept. Then we'll turn that idea into a solid anime concept, build a story structure, create a character bible with everything about each character, develop the plot outline, write the screenplay, lock the visual language and color script for consistent shots, prepare the shot list and storyboard, generate the reference sheets, and finally create every shot of the film one by one. As I always say, a shot is the smallest unit of your film. Shots become scenes, scenes become sequences, and sequences become your complete film. That's exactly what we'll build together in this tutorial. And before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Also, if you want to learn how to create AI documentary videos, I already have a video where I use Flover to create an AI documentary. Be sure to check that out as well. Alright, with that said, let's get started. So the first step, and probably the most basic thing you need to do, is install the Claude skill. All you have to do is go to the sidebar, click on the customize button, and then click add. Next, go to my Telegram channel. The link is there for you to download the Claude skill. Once you've downloaded it, upload the skill into Claude. It's provided as a zip file, so simply select it and wait for the upload to finish. Once the Claude skill has been installed, you can access it by typing a slash. You see the AI anime film workflow appear at the top of the list. That's the workflow we'll be using throughout this tutorial. Now let's move to the ideation stage. Here I'm starting with zero knowledge. I don't already have a complete concept. I only have a rough idea of the kind of film I want to make. In this case, I simply know I want to create a 30-second anime fight film. That's all I have at this point. One thing I want you to notice is that if you have multiple Claude skills serving similar purposes, basically different workflows for similar tasks, you should trigger the specific one you want by typing a slash, selecting the workflow, and then entering your request. But if you only have one workflow installed, like I do here with the AI anime film workflow, you don't even need to use the slash command every time. You can simply chat naturally and say you want to create a 30-second anime fight scene film. Claude will understand what you're trying to do. This slash approach is mainly useful when you have multiple workflows and want to make sure you're using the correct one. Once I submit the prompt, we begin with the first stage of the workflow, which is ideation. The workflow starts asking a series of questions that help tailor everything to the direction you want your film to take. The first question is about the visual style or studio look. You can choose whichever option best matches your own style. For this example, I'll go with the Demon Slayer style. Next, it asks about the fight tone. I'll choose epic and heroic, but again, you should simply answer these questions based on the type of film you want to create. For the tools, I'll select VO3 because I want to keep this workflow free so everyone can follow along without needing paid tools. Another question asks whether I already have a concept or if I want the workflow to generate concepts for me. Since I'm starting with only a rough idea, I'll let it generate the concepts. Then it asks for the story structure. Since this is only a 30-second film, you can choose whichever structure fits your idea. I'll go with the first option, single continuous clash. The important thing here is to shape every answer around your own idea. You're simply guiding the workflow toward the film you want to create. Once that's done, the concept is ready. If you don't like any of the generated concepts, you can always ask it to generate more. You can keep refining the concept until one matches your vision before moving on to the next stage. From there, we continue into the story structure. I'm simply going to tell it to continue so it generates the complete story structure for me. Once that's ready, I quickly review it, make sure everything looks good, and then continue to the next step. The next stage generates the character reference sheet prompts. These prompts will later be used to create all of our character reference images, and you'll get separate prompts for each character in the film. Once you've generated your character reference sheet, open a new tab and go to Google Flow. This is where we'll start creating all of our references. Inside Flow, create a new project so we have a clean workspace to begin. After creating the project, go to the characters section because the first thing we want to create is our character references. Choose whichever model you want to use, either Nano Banana or Nano Banana 2. For this tutorial, I'll use Nano Banana Pro. Now go back to Claude and copy the prompt for the first character. Paste it into Google Flow and generate the character. While the image is being generated, you can rename the character. I rename this one to Ray. Once the generation is complete, you have your first character reference ready. Click Done, and that's it for the first character. Now repeat the exact same process for the second character. Create another character, copy the second character prompt from Claude, paste it into Flow, and generate it. Once it's finished, rename the character to match the character name. In my case, the second character is Cinder King. At this point, both of our characters are ready. Now I'll go back to my Claude chat and copy the prompt for the location. Instead of creating another character, I'll generate it as an image. Paste the location prompt into Flow, switch from video to image, select the 16:9 aspect ratio, choose Nano Banana Pro, and generate the location reference. Next, do exactly the same thing for the props. Copy the props prompt from Claude and generate it as an image as well. Basically, what we're doing here is creating all of the reference sheets we'll later use with Omni Reference inside Google Flow. Once the location and props have finished generating, all of our references are complete and we're ready for the next stage. Now let's return to the Claude chat. The next stage is the visual language. Just like I mentioned earlier, this is where the workflow creates the visual language and color script for the entire film. In other words, it locks in the color grading, color relationships, and the overall visual style, so your shots remain consistent throughout the project. Once it's generated, you can tweak any of the color rules to better fit your own vision. The workflow provides a solid starting point, but you can always adjust it to match the look you're aiming for. After that comes the video shot prompts. This section contains the 8-part anime prompt formula that I explained in more detail in my previous video. To generate these prompts, simply tell Claude to continue. It will automatically create the complete video prompts for every shot in the film. Once the prompts are ready, take a moment to review them. You'll notice that every shot already includes the references you'll need later during generation. Now we're ready to move on to the actual video creation process. We'll start with the very first shot. Go back to Google Flow, then copy the prompt for shot 1 from Claude. Make sure you copy the entire prompt before returning to Flow. Now switch from image mode to video mode. Select Omni Flash, choose the 16:9 aspect ratio, and set it to generate one video. Paste the prompt into the prompt box, but before generating, there are two things we need to adjust. First, go back to the shot list and check the duration for shot 1. In this example, it's 4 seconds, so I'll change the video duration to 4 seconds before moving on. The second thing we need to do is add our references. This first shot uses 2 characters and 1 location, so we'll reference all of them. Notice the character names we created earlier, Ray and Cinder King. Press Shift plus Enter to create a new line. Then type Use At and select the Ray character reference. On the next line, do the same thing for Cinder King. After that, reference the location image and specify that it should be used as the environment reference. Once those references have been added, you're ready to generate the shot. Click Generate and wait for the results. Here we have the first shot generated and you can see that it looks really good. Now, if your generation isn't perfect, don't worry, you can always regenerate it. This is something people don't usually tell you. Sometimes you have to retry a generation if you want the best result. For example, in this generation, you can see the character turns their face differently from what we originally instructed. That's completely normal. Different models perform differently, and even the same model can produce different results across multiple generations. Now, let's move on to the second shot. Go back to the Claude chat and copy the prompt for shot 2. The process is almost exactly the same. Paste the prompt into Flow, reuse the existing character references, and make whatever adjustments are needed. In my case, I'll remove the Cinder King reference because that character isn't needed for this shot. Next, reference the props by typing use at and selecting the props image as the props reference sheet. Then replace the prompt with the shot. To prompt, confirm the duration from the shot list, which is also 4 seconds in this example, and generate the shot. Once it's finished, simply repeat this same process for every remaining shot in the film. I'm not going to show every single generation because you'll be repeating the exact same workflow one shot at a time until you've completed the entire film. By the end of that process, you have every shot needed for your AI anime video ready to assemble into the final project. If you eventually exhaust your Google Flow credits, you can simply switch to another Google account. Google Flow supports that workflow, so you can import the characters you've already created and continue generating the remaining shots without starting over. That's how you can create long-form AI anime videos for free. And this same workflow also applies if you decide to use more advanced models like Seedance 2 Omni or Kling 3 Omni. Basically, you follow the same pipeline and guide the AI toward the model you're using. As you've seen throughout this tutorial, everything starts with the idea, then moves through the concept, story structure, character bible, reference creation, visual language, short prompts, and finally the shot-by-shot video generation. Following that process makes it much easier to build a complete AI filmmaking workflow that you can reuse across future projects. And that's exactly how I created that anime film. If you found this video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I always do my best to answer them. Also, if there's another film style you'd like me to cover next, let me know in the comment section. I'll make a tutorial on it and do my best to cover it properly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.